Yo, what's good, Grind Gang? How you living? Up this morning and I thought it was gonna be 10 o'clock. It ended up being like 2:30 in the afternoon. I was like, damn, what the hell? Like, it was like uncommon for me. You know, I don't normally like sleep in like that. Y'all know I usually up every day, 5 a.m. But so that got me thinking a little bit about like, you know, habits. You know, I guess and like what we do consistently compared to like what we do sometimes. And then just what that does for us and what the difference is in those things. I went live last night and it was just like ghost town up in that bitch. And I was like, oh, well, hey, you know, you win some and you lose some. But just like everybody else, I show up to work every day. This is the daily grind now. So every single day I'm coming, no matter what. I encourage you to do that too. Take that route in your business this year. Man, this year is all about like, you know, producing a lot of content. You know, if you really want to break through this year or whatever, you know, you want to be happy, you want to be successful, you know, you got to put in a lot. You know, you got to put in a lot. There's a lot coming at you these days, and so if you really want to get a lot for yourself, you got to put in a lot. And so nonetheless, that's what I want to talk to you about today, man. It's about systems and shit on a Saturday night, right? Your body, a system. Right? Society is a system. Everything around you, everything in this world. That's why I think the Matrix is so right. Like, I think the Matrix is like spot on exactly how you're living your life. Somebody said the Matrix is not a feature film, it's a documentary.
The movie The Matrix is not science fiction, it's a documentary. Every human, and it's a fact, every human first 7 years is download hypnosis. The brain of a child under 7 is in a lower vibrational frequency. When you put wires on a person's head, you read electroencephalograph, reading brain activity. A child below 7 has a lower vibration than consciousness. It's called theta.
Like that's exactly how you're living your life. And so I believe that everything is these systems. And systems take like a couple things to really work properly, right? This goes for your brain, your body, your spirit. You know, your spirit might not be a system, but nonetheless, all these things require certain things to like operate properly, you know? And so I kind of like where I sit, right, and I get a lot of great results in life, you know? That's just me perfectly. Like if I was like, man, Rob, what do you do really well? I'm like, what do I do really well? I'm like effective, you know, I get results. And so I like, I think about like, what do I do differently than other people, right? And so I noticed that like a lot of people that I see out there, right? They got great mentalities. They're really excited. They're really happy. Great people. They got great smiles. You know, I see people all the time that are talented, extremely talented. You know, they're great musicians, great artists, great painters or poets and dancers. I see it all, right? Especially here in LA too, man. I meet beautiful people, extremely beautiful. And I'd be like, why aren't they getting the same results that I'm getting though, right? Because what I don't find a lot of is people with good habits. People who are dedicated to those habits, right? What I don't find a lot is disciplined people at all. And so, I'm talking a little bit about how we get that. Systems need two things if they're gonna work properly, right? Let's talk about a computer system, right? Your computer's great. It does all kinds of shit for you. Calculates. You know, it'll make you graphs, it'll create a video game for you if you want to. It can talk across the internet, it can do all kinds of things, right? But your computer has to be first maintained, right? You have to like, plug it in, right? If you don't plug your computer in, if you don't plug the charger in, you get 2 hours worth of battery is dead, done, right? You don't have software, like antivirus software, right? What's gonna happen? Then you get infected, that shit's gonna fucking crap out on you, you get that blue screen, it's gonna start glitching. It's gonna go from being the most blissful, fun experience, like you're like, oh man, me and my computer, we do everything together. I'm on the internet, to like the most frustrating experience you ever had, right? Like I was like, oh, I can't get into my email, right? Okay, so it has to be maintained. Any system has to be maintained. Earth has to be maintained. Everybody now is like, yo, hey, we're fucked. If we don't start maintaining Earth, we're about to get fucked, right? Like we're about to global warming or whatever other, you know, global crisis they think is gonna happen, but got to be maintained, right? Has to be maintained. Well, same thing with us and like our bodies and our minds and shit. People don't do no maintenance on themselves whatsoever. They take care of themselves, none at all. I watch people, they don't work out. They don't eat healthy. They don't do anything to feed their mind or their spirit. Nothing. And then have the audacity to come out and ask, well, why don't I feel good? Well, how come things aren't going right for me? How come my body's ailing me? And how come I'm sick? And how come I'm this? And I'm like, look, some people are catching a bad rap. Some people are straight up catching a bad rap, right? Some people out here healthy on a horse, did everything right, and still got cancer. Trust me, there's a lot of people out there, and I feel for those people. Because, you know, sometimes life is a roll of the dice. We talked about that yesterday on the live, well, 2 days ago on the live now, about how sometimes, you know, the universe has a different plan for you than you had. That's okay. But sometimes, more than that, what we have is a lot of people out here who don't do anything to maintain themselves and then wonder why their bodies get infected or, you know, their systems aren't working properly, right? And so I want to talk a little bit after this about when I'm talking, like, you know, explain this whole idea about systems and maintaining, and the second part is developing. But later I'm going to talk about the habits that go into maintaining and developing. But the second thing you have to do with your systems, right, is the same thing. You got a computer system, and it's maintained, and it's doing its thing, right? But my question to you is now, is what if you had the super, most well-maintained computer running Windows 95? What's it gonna do for you now? What's it gonna do for you in 2019? Your computer, what if you had like the most pristine iPod Touch? What's that iPod Touch gonna do for you? Nothing, right? Nothing. Every single system, not only does it need to be maintained, has to be developed, right? You have to continuously like keep making that system better. This goes with everything. This goes with anything. Your society, right? Not only does society need to be maintained, not only do people have to come out here and pave the roads that we already built and like, whatever, fucking maintain the schools and the churches and everything that we've already done has to be maintained. But in order for us to grow as a society, we have to come up with new things and like innovate and grow, right? Same thing as you as an individual. Same thing as you as an individual. Same thing as any other system. The ecosystem, biological system, endocrine system, evolution, right? Even us as like human beings in our biology had to like grow and evolve in order to like make it, I guess, you know what I mean? To like work properly or function properly. So same thing goes with your mind. Same thing goes with our bodies and our spirits, all that stuff. Like, you have to not only be thinking about like taking care of yourself, taking care of your finances, taking care of your relationships, taking care of all the things that you've already built for yourself, but you gotta be thinking about, man, how do I invest in those things to get them better tomorrow, right? How do I upgrade those things over time so that they're not degrading, but like I said, they're getting more optimal for who I am right now, what situation I'm in right now, all that, right? So every single day I have these habits that I've instilled that I'm really, really dedicated to, because I know, like I said, they're gonna get these results that I'm looking for, right? And so a lot of those habits are like built around like maintenance of like my mind, my spirit, and my body. Eating the right types of foods, right? Recently, me and my brother took on the pescatarian diet. So we're doing all fish, all veggies. It's really dope. I was telling him this morning that I woke up today and I was like, man, I'm really starting to feel a lot lighter with this whole fish and, you know, whatever, fish and veggie thing. Like just that lack of meat, like all that drudgery meat all the time, it's like really got me feeling light. So that's like a maintenance thing, right? And then so I work out every day. And some people work out for maintenance, and then I work out for maintenance, but kind of development too. I'm like trying to be like the very best version of myself. So I'll be going hard as fuck in the gym. But then there's a lot of successful people, most successful people, who still do a little bit just to maintain their body, right? Just to say like, yo, I just want to make sure my shit don't fucking freeze up on me and I don't get arthritis or like stiff joints and knees. So every day they get out and they walk a little bit, or they do some intense stretching. You know what I mean, whatever, but they stay a little bit active, right, just so they can maintain, right? These are things you have to be doing. You have to be doing for yourself and for your body and for your mind. If you're trying to get these results that you're looking for, right, You gotta maintain, baby. You have to maintain. And then you have to instill habits that are gonna develop, right? And so here's the thing. A lot of people wanna go to the next level in their business, or in their career, you know, or in their school, whatever. They wanna get better grades, or they wanna get more money, or you wanna get another promotion, right? You wanna get these better things. Well, this better, remember that better comes from the development side, right? Same thing, your computer gets faster, right? It gets faster because it gets developed. It gets a new operating system or a new software or something like that gets plugged in that makes it faster and better and smarter and, you know, has a new gadget in it, right? Same thing with you. You have to to develop something inside of you, inside of your art, inside of your business, your career, your service, whatever it is that you do. If you want to get more from that, more money or something back, a better benefit, you have to learn how to develop that. You have to figure out some way, how do I get that sharper, right? How do I get that? So going into your job with a development mindset of like, how do I become more in this job so that they see more benefit from me and then therefore want to increase my rewards for that, right? So we're either maintaining or developing, but what we cannot do is we cannot stagnate. We cannot ignore. We cannot like be oblivious to the fact that we have to do one of those two things, maintain or develop, right? Because if we're not maintaining, we're not developing, we're gonna end up like Wallies. You know, we're gonna end up like completely zoned out, checked out, not really living, not really like experiencing anything because, I mean, just because like I said, you're not gonna be maintaining or developing, you're just gonna be completely stagnant. It's like a pond, I think of. Like how come the ocean doesn't algae up and mold up and mildew up like a pond does, right? Like a pond just sits there, stagnant. Nothing happens to like shift it or move it or create flow within it, right? And so you have to be kind of more like that, I believe. It's like if you want to get more results, we have to be more within like a flow state and getting more of maintaining and developing and being active and being proactive and involved and, you know, having habits that are always trying to increase and make better and maintain. Because if we sit back and we just check out and we say, oh, well, you know, it's not that important. You know, I don't care about having a six-pack, so I don't work out. But don't you care about, like, not having a heart attack? You know, don't you care about lower blood pressure? Don't you care about less stress? Like, all those things come from moving your body. You know, so yeah, it might be a little uncomfortable, but those benefits, I feel like, outweigh all of that, you know. And so if you don't like take that proactive mindset and, you know, every single day come out and do a little something, you know, you're gonna find that you attract a lot of things that you didn't expect to attract, a lot of viruses you didn't expect to get, or, you know, like I said, they'll come in the form of diseases or painful knees and joints. You know, I got my brother-in-law, man. My brother-in-law, or I don't know, what happens when you like get a divorce? Is it like your ex-brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Whatever. I love the guy all the same. So my brother-in-law, he's always talking about how he got these bad knees. He's like, oh man, like he'll be seeing me out there working out, and I'm like getting it, I'm like running, and I'm like a fucking ninja out there, right? And he'd be like, every time he see me, he'd be like, yeah man, I wish I could get out there, but I got these really bad knees, and this and that. And I'm like, oh man, that's tough. But you know, like, don't you think kind of moving them would probably help it though a little bit? Yeah. I know it's painful, but I was like, if you went to a doctor right now and you wanted them to help you with those knees, they're gonna put you in what's that stuff called, Mac?
Physical therapy.
Physical therapy. Yeah, they put you in physical therapy. Which essentially, if you think about it, physical therapy, they're just gonna like, if your elbow hurts, they're just gonna sit there and be like, all right, move it. All right, move, it hurts. All right, we gotta keep moving it. You know, and then they kind of like just help you like work it back into strength. So, I mean, you can go and you can spend all that money to get somebody to help you do it, or you could just go out there and do it a little bit yourself, you know? And so I think that just the same with anything, you could be proactive and preventative in that, like work out every day, and then like, I don't have a lot of stuff. Now I used to, man, like trust me, when I wasn't taking care of my body, I was doing way too much like heavy powerlifting because I wanted to be like a big swole guy, and I wasn't stretching and I wasn't doing cardio or any of that. So I was all big and swole, and that was cool, but dude, I started having all these back problems, joint problems, like I was doing steroids too, so that wasn't helping any. And like, dude, it was just crazy, right? Because that's like out of balance. It wasn't maintaining. I was trying to do too much developing, but I wasn't maintaining, you know? And so you gotta have that balance, maintaining and developing, but all in all, just remember, you know, it's a system. Your body's a system, your mind is a system, you know, your brain is a system. They're all like, and every system depends on that maintenance, right? It depends on that development. It cannot function properly without those two things. So, you know, you're not getting the best results you can out of your life, I promise you, if you're not doing something to maintain your spirits, you know, maintaining this happy and positive mindset. If you're not maintaining, you know, your relationships, you know, trust me, I know that. I just lost a relationship, and a lot of it came from not maintaining and not developing, you know. So, nonetheless, I love you all so much. Thank you for spending a piece of your Saturday night with me. This lo-fi hip-hop be having me in the vibe, man. The daily grind. The daily grind is still on all day, every day. I'm coming no matter what. I have to show up at 11:59. If I gotta show up and y'all don't show up, that's fine, man. But I'm just like, this year, I'm gonna show the world something about dedication. Nothing that they haven't seen before from anybody else, but I'm gonna show it from them this year. I'm gonna show the world me and what like my dedication to something looks like. So every day. We were like 4 days strong now, Mac. 4 days strong. I'm gonna try and come at you tomorrow morning though. So see you tomorrow, probably about 9 a.m. You know, we're gonna hit the daily grind. Like to, you know, hit it in the morning. Ooh, it's like church tomorrow. Dang. Y'all go to church?
Super Bowl Sunday, nobody going to church tomorrow.
Oh, Super Bowl Sunday. Ain't nobody going to church tomorrow. Ooh. Oh, I might be at Super Bowl. I might be having a crazy Super Bowl party tomorrow. I might be going to a crazy Super Bowl party tomorrow. Crazy. Can I tell? No, I can't tell? Alright. I'll tell y'all after. Alright, after I get there, if it goes down, I'll tell y'all later. I'll be like, yo. I'll be able to tell them after. I'm gonna tell y'all after. I'm gonna tell you. After, I'm gonna tell you. Right now, I don't want to spoil my chances of going, but if I go, I'm definitely gonna let y'all know about it. Yeah, you know what I mean? I thought about that plenty of times. I'm like, this is my church. And it goes on every day. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Grind gang forever and ever and ever. Big peace. I'll see y'all tomorrow.